What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fan, 49er gang? This is your boy Niner Gang Podcast back in the building. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. That being said, let's get right on into it, man. The Eagles did it. The Eagles did it, man. And I am so happy that they did do it. I did not want to see the Chiefs do any kind of three-peat whatsoever. It was fantastic just to watch, just to see everything in general. Watch the Eagles just get the shit beat out of them. Watch the Chiefs get the crap beat out of them, just understanding and knowing exactly what happened. This was just fantastic. Freeze. I feel like it froze again. Fuck me, royally. I can't ever do anything on this thing. Great. Yeah, give me just a second here. So basically, you know what I'm saying? Eagles went ahead. They went out there and took that W. I don't care what no one says. They took that W in every which way. It was fantastic. It was a great thing to watch. They held the Chiefs scoreless throughout the whole first half. It was just great in general. I'm going to even share the screen with you. We'll take a look at the numbers and figures. So as y'all can see, nothing in the first, nothing in the second. They went into half 24-0. That's beautiful. There's nothing about that isn't beautiful. It's just great when that happens, strictly because I just wanted to see the Chiefs take an L. Now, one thing to point out here is the fact that what you see here is not but a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, the fans, people in general, everybody start talking about the refs. So what does the league do? They come out and defend the refs. What do the refs do? They come out and defend themselves. Here's the thing. With the age that we live in, with social media and everything that we have, we see the bullshit. We get stills, we get images. Fans aren't dumb, people. See, a lot of the times you get people out there that'll call you, a couch quarterback or a couch coach or whatever the case, whatever derogatory comment they call fans who've either never played the game or who always have an opinion, and they're like, you don't know how hard it is, blah, blah, blah. Okay, at the end of the day, we can see a blatant holding call. We can see a blatant offside call. We can see when somebody's getting favorable freaking treatment. We can see all of that. So I find it ironic how the Chiefs are almost all but set up to go and do a three-peat. And magically now y'all start calling penalties. Like, this doesn't make any sense. So y'all start calling penalties on the Chiefs, and you can just take a look at it yourself. I'm trying to find the team stats because that's where it'll be. But this is exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs wound up having more penalties than the Eagles did, and that's unheard of. We all know the Chiefs get away with just about everything. So look at that. Chiefs, 7 penalties for 75 yards. The Eagles, 8 penalties for 59 yards. So though the Chiefs had one less, it still was a situation where the yardage was crazy, and they were actually calling these things. Look at it. When they first started the game, the Chiefs barely had any yardage. Like, coming into the second half, they didn't even break the 100-yard mark in total, which is flat out fucking crazy. So, passing first downs, 11-11. Rushing first downs, 1-7. First downs from penalties, 0-3. Third down efficiency, both of them, 1-3-11, 1-3-12. Then you have, total plays. The Eagles ran 70 plays. That was 21 more plays than the Chiefs ran. And, to be honest with you, the biggest thing here, right there, TOP, time of possession, 36 minutes, 58 seconds to 23 minutes and 2 seconds. It's a 60-minute game, people. And the Eagles found a way to do it. They said, you know what? We will not go quietly into the dark. We will not lose. And we're going to do whatever we need to do to be able to get the dub on this game. Now, funny thing is, one of my boys, because I was watching the Super Bowl with a couple of my friends, one of my boys hit me to the fact that Pat Riley owns the rights to three-peat, several patents on it, the whole 9 yards. So if the Chiefs win, Pat Riley start getting paid, because the minute you start putting three-peat on anything, you got to break him off. And that's just smart business, but I didn't know that. So when you take a look at the game, man, this is where it's going to kill you, because the numbers are wild. Patrick Mahomes, 21 to 32, 257 yards, 3 TDs, 2 interceptions. 6 sacks. That man had a QBR of 11.4. Bad. Flip to the other side. Jalen Hurts, 17 carries, 22 yards. 17 of 22 passing, 221 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. He was only sacked twice. His QBR, 75.4. Insanity. And go ahead and take a look at the rushing. The Chiefs in total has, with their rushing yards, had 49 yards. 49 yards from your run game. And you got your quarterback throwing 2 interceptions. That ain't going to work. But when you look at the Eagles, oddly enough, Jalen Hurts, the MVP of the Super Bowl. Yes, he did get MVP. Jalen Hurts, 11 carries, 72 yards, 6.5 yards a carry. And a TD, Saquon Barkley, very quiet night. 25 rushes for 57 yards, 2.3 yards per carry. I thought Barkley would have went ape shit, but he didn't. It was Jalen Hurts that did it. And it's a great thing that happened. So they had 135 yards in total rushing with 1 TD. Then you flip over to the receiving. Xavier Worthy had the 2 touchdowns, 8 catches, 157 yards. He had a great day, by all accounts, when you just look at those numbers. Travis Kelce, garbage. 4 catches, 39 yards. He'll be breaking up with Taylor Swift pretty soon, which is funny to me. You know what I'm saying? D-Hop, 2 for 18. Juju Smith-Schuster, 2 for 16. So looks like Xavier Worthy is the only receiver on that team that showed up in any way, shape, or form. Flip to the other side of the ball. It's a little more spread out. You got Devontae Smith, 4 catches, 69 yards in the tud. A.J. Brown, 3 catches, 43 yards in the tud. Jahan Dotson, 2 catches, 42 yards. Barkley, 6 catches, 40 yards. So, I mean, you look at this and it's very simple. You got the fumble recovery, Milton Williams at the end of the game when they came through and basically damn near did the same thing they did to Brock Purdy, to Pat Mahomes' arm. The numbers don't lie. You got Drew Tranquil leading the Kansas City Chiefs in tackles, Nick Bolton, Justin Reed right behind him with Kamari Connor. There, of course, you had your 2 sacks, 1 from Tranquil, 1 from Karlaftis. They had about 3 QB hits, so not bad. You flip to the other side of the ball. Zach Bond and Josh Sweat, leading with tackles. Josh Sweat had 2.5 sacks. Milton Williams had 2 sacks. Jordan Davis had a sack. And then you got that half a sack that was split between Hunt and Josh Sweat. You know what I mean? You got your interceptions there. Cooper DeJean, his 1 for a touchdown, which is insane. So Cooper DeJean and Saquon Barkley both have birthdays today. And this is the greatest birthday present you could ever get. Cooper DeJean gets a pick 6 on who at this present time is considered to be the best quarterback in the league. Your first interception, your first pick 6, your first defensive touchdown, all come off of Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Oh, bro, you're going to have a night. You are going to have a blast. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna go out celebrating everything. Eagles, be careful, man. Don't do too much. I know y'all out there in the Big Easy. Hey, what's going on, Jason? But like for you to be able to come there, man, and have that yet be your first interception, and it's off Mahomes. Like, come on, bro, it don't get no better. So, you know what I mean? It's like different things will work out for you in different times. Zach Bond had his interception as well. Um, Jake Elliott 4 for 4 on his field goals. Money, didn't miss shit. Made all his extra points. That man contributed 16 points by himself out of that 40. I'm just saying. So you see how it works. That's definitely a beautiful thing. So when you take a look at that, just looking at the numbers, just looking at it, that KC was shut out in the first half, and yeah, they came on a little strong in the fourth quarter, but by then it was too damn late. It wasn't nothing for you to really be worried about. And all I have to say is this tells you that the league pays close attention to the fans. They pay attention to what they see out there, and they don't want to wind up having that black eye as the league that's rigged. Because you can see Mahomes, he was visibly pissed, he was visibly frustrated, and that's the thing with those kinds of guys, with the Mahomeses and the Bradys of the world. It's getting them frustrated, getting them off their spot, making sure they can't just go through the game plan like normal, like really messing with everything that they had. And you will stop them. I loved every second of this game. I was so happy for them to go into halftime up 24-0, and defense wins championship. Shout out Vic Fangio. I miss him so much. And Fangio's running a fantastic defense, man. Fangio's running a fantastic defense. And as a Niner fan, this is what I'll say. Kyle, Robert, Gus, look at this. Look at this game. This is the blueprint. See, a lot of people get on me because I don't like Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan been here 8 years. And I think Sirianni, I think this is his 4th year as the Eagles head coach. I don't know. You know what I mean? But the beauty of it is that it's a whole different world, when you actually figure it out and when you want to win. That's basically how it works, and that's definitely the case. What's going on? Hey, Chiefs had no help from the refs. That's the whole point of it, man. And I loved every second of that, man. And yeah, Sirianni just got here. Sirianni been with the Eagles 4 years, been in the Super Bowl twice, lost one, won one. I'm just saying. These are the things that Kyle Shanahan can't say. He can't say I lost one, won one. He just can say I lost. The Eagles throughout this whole game had that killer mindset. They had that all gas, no brakes, foot on the gas. We're not stopping. We're not giving up. We're not doing anything. And Nick Sirianni brought them a Super Bowl win. 2 years removed from a Super Bowl L. This tells you, people, the Chiefs can be beaten. You just got to pay attention. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to be on top of your shit. Halftime performance, Kendrick Lamar, great job. Loved it. I knew they wasn't going to let that man call Drake a pedophile on national television, but everything he did was just the ultimate diss to Drake, bro. Ultimate diss. I mean, like, if you've ever talked about putting somebody in a coffin and just destroying their career, K-Dot is the man. He did that. Love the performance. Halftime show was great for me. I know a lot of people were complaining and saying they didn't like it, but I mean, you got to be a fan of Kendrick Lamar to actually like the show. You know what I'm saying? And hey, look, that my guy right here said, Jason said it right there. You ain't like the halftime show. You ain't like us. And the reason that I'm so hard on Kyle is because look at Sirianni, 4 years, and you got 2 appearances, and you at least won one. Kyle got there in 2 years, lost, and it took him another 4 years just to get back to him. So what this tells me is you got to pay attention to the blueprint. You got to stop being boring and mundane. You got to stop being predictable. You can't run CMC into the ground. All of these things come into play, but the beauty of this one was the Chiefs lost. I'm very, very intrigued to see if Nick Wright shows up on First Things First with all his excuses for Kansas City. Because I know I know Chris Broussard's going to get off in this. You know what? He finna get off in him. You know what I mean? To all those Chiefs fans out there, man. You lost. You took the L. I'm very happy you took the L. Because what this does for the league is it just proves the Chiefs are human, that they're not unbeatable. This showed me Travis Kelce need to go ahead and let it go. He need to retire. That's not the Travis Kelce that we know. Travis Kelce don't show up like that in Super Bowls. Taylor Swift getting booed. Oh, loved every second of it. Very happy. I can't wait until she goes away and never comes back to bother the NFL again. Nobody wanted to see her stupid self. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Sin. Yeah, Sin, you are. Yes, to the Eagles fans. Look, man, I know we had our problems in the past, but I rooted for y'all tonight, baby. Deion was fly, Eagles fly for y'all. And I'm very happy that y'all flew right over. Y'all swooped down on the Chiefs as if you were snatching their kill that they just got. Y'all swooped down on the Chiefs with the eagle eye and saw them as a salmon trying to swim upstream, and you found a quick meal. I mean, Patrick Mahomes did not have time in that pocket. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he led the team in rushing, but that's because Mahomes is always that asshole that goes toward the sideline, act like he's going to go out, but then start shuffling his little feet to get a couple more yards. You know, he's sneaky. And he does that because he knows he's the quarterback and he'll get the call. You know what I mean? Yeah, congrats to your husband, saying, yeah, you know, I'm glad they did it. You know, to my boy out there with Sports Laugh and Chill, the Regal Eagle. Congrats to you, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Very happy for you. Very happy that you were able to go ahead and do what you did. That's great. Hey, they are. Yes, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear here, man. You know, they are. That's what they are. They are elite. Yes, sir. They are elite. And that's what you call elite. You know what I mean? So when you go into the offseason, if you're the Ravens, if you are the Bills, if you're the Bengals, you know what I'm saying? Those formidable teams, the Texans, go into this offseason, watch that film. Watch it. Live it, learn it, love it. This is the way to bring down the big bad wolf. You know, and the reason that I keep saying Kyle needs to watch is because, hey, Sirianni came in and did it. You know what I'm saying? And nobody could do anything. You went up against Mahomes, Reed, and Spags twice, took the L. Sirianni got the job done, and in less time. Now, I know everybody loves Kyle, and they think he can do no wrong, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. I could give two fucks. At the end of the day, you're the head coach. You get the blame. You need to figure it out. You gave us bum-ass Nick Sorensen and worthless Brandon Staley last year for our defense. And look how horrible it was. Now you go back to the well, go get Robert Saleh. Go get Gus Bradley, who's actually the creator of the defense that we run. But a guy who likes exotic blitzes. So what I want to see in training camp, honestly, is iron sharpening iron, but I need the offense to fail a little bit. I need to know that Saleh being back truthfully has energized his team. I need to know that the 49ers jump in the offseason and make things happen in free agency. I need to know that we're going to win our draft. We're going to draft players that can actually do something. We're going to get rid of Jake fucking Moody, who can't kick to save his life. Jake Moody, that game you watched tonight, what you watched the Eagles kicker do, that's what you need to be doing. You see what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. I'm very happy. I have no quarrels, no qualms about the game. I know they, came on late, scoring those 16 points in the fourth quarter, but once again, by then it was too late. And I mean, hey, I the only person I really feel bad for in the Chiefs is D-Hop. And that's because I feel like he deserves a ring. The man was a one-man wrecking crew in the league for so many years, so it works, I don't even think that would do it. Honestly, I'm sorry. I don't think that would do it. Jed love Kyle dirty draws, man. Throwback, you know how this works, and Kyle operates with full autonomy. I know people will tell me, well, hey, there's articles out here saying that, him and John have to go ask Jed if they can spend money or if they can do this. Look how many times they done fucked off Jed's money. And he ain't said nothing. Quan Alexander, D Ford, waste of money. Trey Lance, waste of picks. You know what I'm saying? Just this past year, Javon Hargrave. What? Cut him? Couldn't even produce? Paid him all that money? Deebo Samuel has been given permission to go ahead and seek a trade partner. They're trying to move him, obviously, before the draft so they can get themselves some draft compensation for Deebo. At the end of the day, hey, man, you can't keep blaming everybody else talking about you ain't getting no opportunities when your ass wasn't healthy. You could barely stay on the field. So you can't blame us for not giving you opportunities when you're not on the field to take advantage of the opportunities that we do give you. So, hey, Deebo out, honestly, I'm not mad at that. It doesn't bother me one bit. I think they're ready to move forward with B.A., Juwan Jennings, and Ricky Pearsall. They may add another wide receiver. They may eventually start, bringing Jacob Cowing into the fold. I think if Deebo's gone, Cowing takes his spot. Cowing does all of the Deebo stuff because they haven't given him the opportunity as of yet. But, it to me personally, this Super Bowl showed you a blueprint of how to win. Congrats to the Eagles. I'm very happy that they won. Congrats to Jalen Hurts for proving all the doubters and the haters wrong. All of them said he couldn't do it and he couldn't throw and he couldn't this and he couldn't that. He went out there and shitted on all of you motherfuckers. All your commentary, he basically made you look stupid for ever doubting him. And see, when Jalen Hurts was drafted by the Eagles, for me, personally, I was like, they got a great quarterback. What dude goes from Alabama to, I believe, Oklahoma was the other college that he played at? How do you go from a top-tier program and then go to another top-tier program and perform at both at a very high level, but yet still when you're coming out of college, it's worth nothing? I don't know. But I loved every second of this Super Bowl. It was a fantastic one. Halftime show, once again, to me was great. Commercials were good. You know what I'm saying? They had some nice little stuff in there. A lot of people do watch mainly for the commercials. But what I would say is you have everything that you need to be able to win. I believe you're going to have to find somebody to go opposite Nick Bosa. I believe they're going to fuck that first-round pick off on the damn defensive end. And outside of Nick Bosa, none of our other defensive linemen that we drafted have really been worth much of shit. I would love for us to go out and get Myles Garrett. Give up whatever you need to give up to get him. Hell, you could literally call Cleveland and say, hey, we'll give you Deebo in the first. Fair trade. Debo leaves, we get a ridiculously great pass rusher. Hell, even if we tell him, look, man, you can take this 1 year, do your thing with us, and then after that, you're good. You know what I mean? Because for me, I need us to do one thing, and that's sure up this O line. Because you're about to give Brock Purdy a ridiculously big contract, and I guarantee you they're in talks right now. I've also heard that George Kittle is in talks with the team to be able to do an extension. So if you're going to give Brock Purdy a contract, you need to make sure that the line that's in front of him is solid. Aaron Banks most likely is out of here. He won't return because he's played well enough to go get himself big money elsewhere. But we can't keep going through with this ragtag group of guys, and that's it. Because right now on our offensive line, the only viable people we have are Dominic Cooney and Trent Williams. That means we don't have a left guard, we don't have a center, and we don't have a right tackle. Now, I think they're looking at Hennessy or something like that. That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, this bro. When Fangio was out there, I was like, go get him. I know when he was with us, we ran a 3-4, but we had the personnel. This man's running a 4-3 in Philly. He seems not to have an issue. So he could have did everything that he was doing and been fine. But that's the key for me is you're not seeing the consistency from Kyle. You don't see the want, the drive, the will. You just see that dumbass, frustrated scowl on his face when the team fails. You know, yes, we got injured a lot. We're always injured every year. It's nothing new. But I think we barely have players that make it through the year without missing the game or missing some kind of time in some way, shape, or form. So, congrats to the Eagles. Congrats to Jeffrey Lurie. I know this hurts Andy a lot because they beat him with his former team that he couldn't get the job done with. And I know that's got to hurt. I know Mahomes is sitting somewhere crying his eyes out, and that makes me very happy. You know, I know his dumbass girl, his dumbass wife, and, you know, that idiotic brother he has are sitting there making every excuse on why they didn't win. I know Taylor Swift is over there either consoling Travis Kelce or looking at him going, I only date winners and I'm out, you know, whatever the case may be. But like I said, I only feel bad for D-Hop because he deserves a ring. He really does in my eyes. He's one of the most underrated receivers of all time. You have no idea how a dude like that can maintain a rotation of quarterbacks and still be 1,000 yards, still be either double-digit TDs or close to double-digit TDs. Like all these things have been throughout his career, and, you know, it just sucks for that guy. But this is the blueprint on how to do it, people. Make sure you watch this game. If you're a DC for any other team, pay close attention. Mahomes can be stopped. You just got to get to him, and you got to do it the right way. Rush 4 all night, no blitzes. So what that do, that allowed the teams to be in coverage. That allows your linebackers to cover the back out of the backfield or a tight end. That allows your DBs to just go out there and do their job. All these things come into play. You know what I'm saying? I really wish that we would have gotten Fangio because I think he would have been fantastic. And I think that would have been a great defensive hire. I don't think he really cares about going back to being a head coach. He may or may not, but I can tell you right now with the way he runs defense, most likely he'll wind up with the job again or the opportunity again. But I do want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and get my chill on. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to puff on some of that Mahomes pack, that Chiefs pack. And, you know, I just want to say fuck the Eagles, fuck the Chiefs. I'm glad you lost. I hope you lose again next year. And I hope you keep failing. I don't like the Chiefs. I don't like, over the top people. I don't like when you always have help from the refs. And this just showed that you're human. And I think the league basically said now, hey, we can't keep doing this. We got to let it go. Now, does that mean that Patrick Mahomes doesn't make, another AFC championship game? No, it doesn't. But the fact that you took this L is your second L in the Super Bowl. I believe Mahomes is 2-2 in Super Bowls because he beat us twice. Actually, no, my bad. He's 3-2 because he beat us twice. He beat the Eagles once, but he lost to the Bucks, and he just lost to the Eagles. So, for me personally, hey, I'm very happy. I just had to jump on here and say that, man. You know, special teams, bruh. I'm telling you, that mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying? And on the subject of Jake Moody, so Kyle did an interview and he said this. You know, I've seen some kickers that go through what he's going through and they go elsewhere and have a fantastic career. I've seen some that just they ain't got it. Me personally, I think Jake Moody doesn't have it. You know, if you've ever watched Step Brothers, you know, there's a guy, Rob Riggleman. His character in the movie says to Will Ferrell's character, you know, just have a very punchable face. Like I just want to put, you know, one of these right in your suckhole. And that's how I feel about Jake Moody. Like every time I look at him, you just like look like you're sad and life is over. I just want to punch him in the face and be like, bro, get it together. Like you're an NFL kicker. You can't keep doing this to yourself. So, me personally, I hope that Moody is gone, or at a bare minimum, I hope we bring in competition to make sure that he understands his job ain't secure because he fucked up too many times. And you screwed up when we needed you the most. That's the thing. If you miss like an extra point or something, like nobody really cares unless that extra point would have given us the lead. But when you're missing field goals where we know we need you, that's not okay. But Eagles beat the brakes off of the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. This is fantastic. There's nothing better than this. I wouldn't want to see anything more. All I want is for our coaching staff to sit down and watch this game over and over and over again until you get it through your head on how to be able to beat this dude. You got the blueprint right there. There's no reason you can't do it. Because here's the thing, we're stuck with Kyle. Because Jed York ain't going to do nothing. You know, I know a lot of people have a different mindset. There's a lot of content creators out there that are optimistic. I live in the real world, man. At the end of the day, Jed York is giving Kyle, you know, full autonomy to do whatever the fuck he wants, fuck his money off whenever he feels. You know, even though they're saying in these reports that he asked, I'm sorry, you don't ask to be able to make moves when you consistently do them and they don't yield any tangible dividends. It just doesn't make sense. How can you tell me that the dude has to ask Jed York if he can do this or do that when he just does whatever he does and there are no consequences? York started out, we're supposed to be hanging Super Bowl bettors. Winning the Super Bowl losing the Super Bowl is that bad. Put a poll up on Twitter. Everybody says, you know what? We can win with Kyle. Everybody says, I believe Jed wants to win a Super Bowl. The man has done nothing but have losing seasons as an owner. And when he's gotten to the Super Bowl, he is 0-3. That's a stain on your record as an owner. Ever since he took over, it hasn't necessarily been the greatest of times. So that tells me he doesn't always make the best decisions. But you make that decision, you give somebody full autonomy, you let them do whatever the heck they want. It is what it is. But once again, man, it just shows you that special teams is a big deal. Kickers are a big deal. And it also shows you game planning for this dude in the right way and making sure that you understand exactly how to beat him means more than anything. So let's hope Kyle, Gus, Robert, let's hope they all watch this stuff and said, you know what? Now we see what we need to do. It's a blueprint. It gives you what you want. I know he doesn't. But if he's smart, well, like everybody says he is, you know, Kyle will go ahead and say, you know what? I've seen enough. This is what I need to do. The adjustments were made throughout the game. Once again, Mahomes, the man didn't have time to breathe. It wasn't until the fourth quarter you start seeing him do little shit here and there. And I guarantee you, Vic Fangio was radioing down to his coaches for the linebackers, defensive line, for the DBs, for the safeties. Like, hey, look, it's the fourth quarter. We just gonna be a little conservative. We ain't gonna let them catch up, but we gonna do whatever we can to get this done. Be careful. Don't do anything crazy. You see something happening, just bro, if they score, they're not winning. We're up too far. So I think it was just smarts like that give you the opportunity to do what you're supposed to do what you need to do. But hey, like I said, thanks for tuning in. Everybody stay up, stay faithful, stay blessed. Got to give you the next video on the second half of Kyle Shanahan's tenure with the 49ers. As promised, I will finish that up. Then after that, we're going straight into the draft, straight into free agency. We'll talk about everybody, every team, what they need, what's going on, all of that. But for right now, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Stay blessed. Everybody have a good night. Remember, the Chiefs lost. Remember this day. Be very happy. It's wonderful when they lose. It is a great thing. And I get to go tomorrow. I get to go to work tomorrow and troll my buddy Cooper. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to be fun for me because he's a diehard Chiefs fan. So, I always call him the third Kelsey brother because he looks like them. He literally looks like Travis and his brother. But, hey, be blessed. Have a wonderful evening. Peace.